Darian Fenton, 5 minutes.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. It's a pleasure to take a call on the third reading of the Plumbers, Gasfitters and Drainlayers Amendment Bill. It's the first time I've spoken on this bill, but I have watched with great interest as it's done its circular dance through the process. And would you like to see a circular dance, Minister? Oh, pretty good, pretty good. And I do notice actually that there is that this had its first reading in Parliament on the 14th of March 2013, and it was really urgent then. It was referred to the committee, and it was referred to the Government Administration Committee, chaired by my wonderful colleague Ruth Dyson, who does a fantastic job. But I think what the committee has expressed concern about was the fact that they were given initially 1 week to consider this bill because it was so urgent. It had to be back in place, I think it was by the 13th of April, so it could be applied. But of course that didn't happen. Then it was extended by 2 weeks, and then we have seen this come and go on the audit paper time and time again. So from my perspective, it's been a circular dance because I have had my name on the speaking list for this several times in the third reading, and I thought, what am I going to say about the Plumbers, Gasfitters and Drainlayers Amendment Bill? And I've thought about it and put a lot of work into thinking about it, and then lo and behold, it drops off the audit paper again. Lo and behold, it's not there. So I finally got my great moment to talk about this bill, and I am very interested in the comments that were made by the Honourable Maurice Williamson, who I thought seemed a little bit peeved, actually, a little bit peeved in his comments. And look, the truth is, in the committee stages, I heard my colleague Raymond Hoare offering real assistance to the government. We were here to help on this bill. We were willing to help make it workable, make it something that we could live with. But guess what happened? What happened? An SOP put up by Raymond Hoare was voted down by the government. So, look, the Honourable Maurice Williamson should not be peeved because the opposition definitely tried to help on this bill. We definitely tried to do our best to make it work, and to make it acceptable. So, Mr Speaker, this bill amends the Plumbers, Gasfitters and Drainlayers Act 2006 to validate a disciplinary levy imposed under that Act between the 1st of April 2007 and 11 January 2012, and an offences fee prescribed by the Plumbers, Gasfitters and Drainlayers Board. And then there's another aim, which is to correct the underlying problem by amending the Act to provide that board with a levy power to fund its functions of instituting prosecutions against persons for the breach of any Act or regulation relating to sanitary, plumbing, gas fitting or drain laying. Now, the Plumbers, Gasfitters and Drainlayers Board does play a very important role. Their job is to protect the health and safety of the public by regulating and ensuring the competencies of persons carrying out sanitary, plumbing, gas fitting and drain laying work. And it is a really important job. And I've got a lot of sympathy with the plumbers and gasfitters and drainlayers who've had a great deal of concern about this bill because they are skilled tradespeople. They are people that deserve to be listened by this Parliament. And I know many members, including myself, have been lobbied heavily about this particular bill and about their concerns, and as I said, not particularly listened to by this government. So, as I said, Mr Chair, the Labour opposition is opposing the bill, and it is around the issues of retrospectivity, but as much as anything, it's also around the fact of the process. The process was poor, it was far too short. We tried to help with an SOP, with a supplementary order paper that would have actually provided a solution, would have provided a solution to the continuing problems that have plagued the board over many years. We have a lot of sympathy with this. But what happened, as I said, in the committee stages, the government was not prepared to accept the Labour opposition's help. Once again, they refused our help, Mr Chair, so I'm sorry, but Labour opposes this bill.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. Party vote. The clerk will conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
34 votes opposed.
Green Party.
12 votes opposed.
New Zealand First.
6 votes opposed.
Māori Party.
2 votes in favour.
Mana.
1 vote opposed.
Action New Zealand.
1 vote in favour.
United Future.
1 vote in favour.
Brendan Horan.
1 vote opposed.
Any other votes?
The ayes are 63, the noes are 54. The motion is agreed to.
Plumbers, Gasfitters and Drainlayers Amendment Bill, third reading.
Call on Government Order of the Day, number 3.
Heritage New Zealand, Pohere